what will be one of the top events of the year, the rematch, La Battaglia Dos, between the champion, Miguel Cotto, and the challenger, Antonio Margarito. The fight will be held in Madison Square Garden in New York, the mecca of boxing. There's so many great fights have been held over the years. There is great enthusiasm, I'll tell you, in the East, in New York, for this fight. The first day, 65% of the available tickets were sold. So we are moving towards a complete sellout for Madison Square Garden. And remember, in the Garden, only the biggest fights sell out, like a couple of Ali fights, the great Roberto Duran and Davey Moore. But this fight will be sold out, and there's tremendous enthusiasm for the fight. Now, the fight will be televised on pay-per-view television in the United States, Puerto Rico, and Canada, and it will be distributed by our good friends at HBO pay-per-view. Suggested price is $54.90. He fought for Top Rank a number of years ago, and now he's become one of the best trainers in boxing. He trains Brandon Rios, his brother Mikey Garcia, Nonito Donaire, a host of other great fighters, and of course Antonio Margarito. So please welcome from Oxnard, California, one of the great trainers in boxing today, Robert Garcia.
Buenas tardes a todos. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to acknowledge, Miguel Cotto being a great champion, great fighter, great warrior. But I have Tony who is always been very dedicated to sport. He's so hungry to become world champion again. He wants to prove not only to Cotto, but to the whole world that he is a real champion. And he is coming up to 154, which has always been a dream of his to become champion at 154. So this is an opportunity. I know that training camp's going to go great. Tony's already in shape. Tony's already been training for a while. So now we're just coming into the hard part of training camp, which is the last 2 months. So hopefully nobody misses this fight. It's going to be an exciting fight. It's going to be just the first fight was a war, La Battaglia. And I have no doubt that Tony's going to be able to do the same thing he did 3 years ago. Thank you.
Here today because he has another fight scheduled to be shown on HBO on October 1st. So obviously had to stay back with his fighter Andy Lee. But we have here today Miguel's nutritionist and conditioning coach, who is very knowledgeable in the science of preparing a boxer for a fight. He comes from South Africa, so you may have a little trouble understanding it. Please welcome Phil Lynn.
Coming today is a very busy week. I'm looking forward to getting back to the real reason why I'm here, and that's helping Miguel prepare for the spot. Paul mentioned before Emmanuel Miguel that's today is going to be joining us in the coming weeks. The team, we know exactly where it needs to be, and we'll be very focused on what needs to be done in order that Miguel wins the spot. Thanks, and see you in December.
There's been some talk, obviously a lot of talk, about hand wraps, pads, and we want to make sure that that talk isn't part of the discussion of the fight after the fight takes place on December 3rd. So we have devised inspected by the New York State Athletic Commission, sealed, fighter's name will go on it, and when they come that Saturday night, December 3rd, ready to fight, their trainer will get the envelope with all the paraphernalia and the gloves, and so we will not have any even implications of any issue regarding the wraps and the pads and so forth. So I think that's a plus, but I know there's a rumor going around that 10 inspectors will come into each of their dressing rooms to draw blood, urine from every part of their body. That's not going to happen. Antonio Margarito is a warrior. He epitomizes what is best in boxing, what Mexicans bring to the sport of boxing. A man who comes in, throws punches, takes punishment, he's fighting, he has a tremendous heart, what the Mexicans would say corazon. So he makes all Mexicans very, very proud. He has a tremendous number of fans in all communities. He is a former welterweight champion of the world and one of the great fighters of our time. Please welcome the challenger, Antonio Margarito. People follow Miguel Cotto passionately because they know that whatever he's faced with, wherever he's fighting, he brings class and power and persistence to the ring. And particularly in Madison Square Garden in New York, where he's fought 6 times without a loss against fighters like Judah and Clyde and Mosley, he has distinguished himself. So So it's a great pleasure for me to bring to the microphone before all you people from Los Angeles, one of the great fighters ever, and certainly in our time, the junior middleweight champion of the world, Miguel Cotto.
First of all, I want to thank APO, Background, and anyone who got involved to make this event possible. This is our last stop of our tour, and I'm glad because next week we can start for us, and finally we can get in shape, in our best condition to fight on December 3rd. And the last time I fought Maragrito, the only time I fought Maragrito, he beat me, and I climbed down the ring without my belt. This time I'm going to climb the ring with my belt, climb down the ring with my belt.
I want to thank you for coming, but before we end, just want to tell you some upcoming fights that we have scheduled. On October 22nd, from the theater at Madison Square Garden, on HBO, Donita Donaire fights, defends his title against the tough Argentina Narvaez. On November 12th, we have the third fight in this great trilogy between Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez. On November 19th, we have the new middleweight champion Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. defending his title against Peter Manfredo. And then, of course, boy, I tell you, what a way to wind up the year, December 3rd. We have this great fight, of course, that you're hearing about today, between Miguel Cotto and Antonio Margarito. So thank you all for coming, and the fighters are going to pose now, and then they'll do some one-on-ones. Thank you very much.
Stay down. Photographers in the front, stay down, please. We got cameras behind you. You down, please.
Hey, Nestor, get down, Nestor. A la derecha.
This way, guys. Right down the center.